Mike. There's that. That. Okay. So, picking up from last time. You guys ended up, let me see, I'm going to pull up the calendar here. Clear that. Last time, you guys were on your way. You managed to make it to Arden. Got your way over to, or left from Hazurium, and were on your way south. Kind of a little bit past Faustin. We'll kind of skip forward a little bit. A few days.
Oh, so can we get a reset, or we'll just reset ourselves?
Yeah, complete reset.
Okay.
All right.
Yay.
And then just go ahead and reset your stats. Let's say you're on the road, kind of doing your thing. There we
go. Okay. I gave myself 1,600 might. Oops.
Hell yeah.
I just realized like I can overroll straight from the combat tracker. So like Imelda's might, I can go. I'm going to just crank it up to 23, but then the sheet doesn't realize what the heck's going on. Let's see. The 18th of July, Donna Ilsa offered a deal. Basically, recover her missing eggs from the Mouth of Swords, and she'll stop selling Spiral on Earth. She'll even let you know, like, essentially who her supplier is. I took the deal, went to Arden. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 days into your trek, came across essentially like a farm, or a homestead, or farm, that was being attacked by a band of roving Sark. You saved Mrs. Erica and her 3 kids. She'll let you kind of sleep there for a day or two, kind of rest and recover. And we'll get traveling on the road. Another 8 days. Yeah. So we'll call it 8 days. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll call it the 29th of July, 2022. It's a Friday. It's so nice using like a Gregorian calendar. So it's like, it's this day. Like kind of patch all the numbers in a lot easier.
It'll be sort of weird when we hit July of next year, you know?
Right? Well, I mean, in game, it's already July of next year.
I know.
Yeah. So we have to be done with this campaign before we get there in real life.
I was going to say, I'll be sorely disappointed when I'm not recruited by a
the estate?
Weird interdimensional FBI.
Okay. So, getting to the Mouth of Swords. You'll get kind of on the way. I imagine there's like every now and then, like you'll stop and like there'll be pilgrims, things like that, and kind of as you get closer, they'll be able to kind of guide you in better. And once you get there, it's probably about a half mile or so from like the main road, and you'll kind of get into the hills and like the foothills of the mountains. So about a half mile, a little over from like this line of ridges that kind of stretches to the east, there's this outcrop. This one outcrop kind of comes up and just erupts out of the plain. It's got this steep cliff face, and even from the road, you can kind of see like it kind of comes up, and the cliff face, like the sheer side of it, faces the road, and even from the road, you can see there's almost like a little shadowy part in the middle. Like you can kind of see, if you've ever seen like the old Superman movies with his Fortress of Solitude, it's got that very kind of like crystals that kind of come up and like they'll make an opening underneath the crystals kind of thing. It's like that, but with earth and rock.
Okay.
And as you come up to it, as a group, you guys are going to kind of make your way up to it. You're going to start to see, even approaching it, there's that strong metallic smell in the air. And when you get up close enough, you can start to kind of see it. There's this, where that shadowy spot where you can kind of see where like the rocks and everything were closed up on each other. There's essentially hundreds of like these rusted, almost like they almost look like they're falling apart, disintegrating swords that are bolted around the opening. Their tips are unsheathed, unscabbarded, and they're all pointing like inward, and almost all these swords are pointing inward towards the opening. It's very much like you can kind of see why this place is called the Mouth of Swords. Let me see if I have an image for it. I think I do. There it is. That.
Ew.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like Game of Thrones kind of obvious metaphor.
Yeah, not so much a metaphor. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a mouth in the rock, and there's a lot of swords. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, all of these swords are kind of pointing inward, so that the cavity almost resembles like the mouth of some horrific beast with like these iron teeth. In front of the openings, there's this eroded stone sculpture. The head's missing, but you can still, just from the general shape of it, you can tell it's a humanoid, kind of in robes. You can't quite tell if it's human or what species it is, just because, like I said, the head's missing. Kind of looking around, you can see there's evidence of older camps at the entrance here. Burned out campfires, discarded equipment, some bones that look like they've been chewed on, things like that. Going back decades, like this is not a secret place. People have come here this has been visited by adventurers and groups for years. And if you were to do it like kind of trying to see like how recently the most recent camp is, it'd probably be within a few months.
Okay. So as we approach this place, Vander's obviously going to view this entrance with a great deal of trepidation. And he sees this sculpture, looks between that and the entrance a couple times, and then looks at the rest of them. It'd be crazy to think that that guy right there got his head bit off by the entrance to the place, right? That's crazy, right?
I mean, literally, probably, but as a warning to some messed up shit that's gonna be in there, I think you're absolutely right.
That wasn't as comforting as I hoped it'd be. Thanks.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't think it did, but I don't know enough about magic to argue the point.
I imagine Rusty would be along a similar lines. It's like, no, that's crazy. That's rock, right?
Okay, so given the shit we've seen, a rock-eating monster would not be the craziest.
Or a monster eating rock.
Yes, exactly.
I prefer to assume that it's not what actually happened, so I'm going to keep assuming that.
Okay. If it
guys
helps you sleep at night.
If you guys
It
have anything
does.
with like perception or looking around, anything like that. Oh yeah, never mind. Rusty finds this. I guess like while you guys are looking around, because that's a 19. You guys are gonna find a few things. One, Rusty will find the head of the statue. It's in some tall grass, kind of near the entrance, not in the entrance, but like nearby. It looks, looking at the head, it looks to be this Kephalem head. It's weathered and a little defaced, but you can still kind of tell. Like Vander, I think you're trained in magic, right?
Yes.
You can kind of pick up like there's still some vestiges of like ancient magic on both the statue and this head, and it feels like it's the same thing. As far as from the entrance to this mouth, using D&D terms, there's the sense of magic on the entrance, but it feels more like almost like abjuration. Using D&D terms, it feels like a barrier of some kind. But you have the head to the statue, and Rusty would be able to kind of look at it. And it looks like it was looking at the neck on this head and the neck on the statue. It looks like this thing was almost clubbed off. Like it wasn't necessarily a clean break. So it wasn't like somebody came in with like a hatchet or a chainsaw or something. More like they came in with a maul and busted this head off.
Well, someone was pissed off at it. But why would be the question. Does Rusty's look at this? Is he just looking at the head, or is he looking at the whole statue? Weren't we in that other place where that like dungeony bit where the different statues did various things? Like, is there anything on this statue that looks like it would be a switch or a lever or something like that?
Nothing particular, nothing like trappy or switchy or anything like that. Okay. I guess with a minor effect on that perception, Rusty would also notice that these swords, they're not like embedded into the rock. They're almost think of like those giant like rebar construction staples. They're kind of bolted to the side of this rock. They're spiked into the cliffside by like these long iron nails. So it's like it's almost like a display piece, but with all the blades just off the edge, so they can actually still poke you. But yeah.
Do we know if the Kephalem have like, I don't know, traditional enemies or something? I'm just wondering why someone would bother to knock the head off the statue.
As long as this place has been here, I mean, with Arden in kind of a typical fantasy setting, like you have humans as well, so I don't imagine it'd be too out of the ordinary to have human on Kephalem violence, I guess. There's the fact that like Sark are almost Sark, the zombie Kephalems, they don't have any human Sark. That they only Kephalem come back as Sark. So you imagine there's probably some fear there.
Okay.
But this statue's been here so long without finding who did it, and especially with as much foot travel as you get here.
Yeah. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
It is a mystery for another day, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's magic between the statue and the entrance. Feels linked, so maybe somebody busted the head off that thing to get in.
Oh, sorry. The magic on the statue would be more almost enchantment.
Oh, okay.
On the entrance, it's more of an abjuration. It's like a barrier. On the statue, it's a different magic. They're not bonded together, but the head and the statue have the same magic. The entrance is a different magic.
I gotcha.
Is it
It might
too
be a
big for-
guardian.
Yeah. Is it? Well, I don't know if we want to put it back together. If I remember right, that was a bad idea from the last time.
If you didn't remember, Rusty would remind you that last time you had to reassemble a statue in order for it to essentially open up the secret way to go find the master.
Right.
That the statue was smashed in order to hide the doorway.
Ah, right, right. So can we try putting the head back on?
Yeah, looks like you probably could. It wouldn't be too difficult.
Sure. Do I have to do some kind of check or something?
Nope. It'd be one of those, like, between the group kind of working together, a little bit of heave-ho, be able to get up there.
Yeah.
Now, Rusty's got the head. Rusty found the head. Is Imelda the one, like, okay, well, here, hoist me up there so you can put it on? Or...
Sure. Presuming the head's not terribly heavy. Yeah, sure.
I'd say, well, it's a stone head, so I'd say probably, I don't know, 10, 15 pounds. It's got a little bit of heft to it, but...
Fine. If it's,
Yeah.
if it's not, 50 pounds.
Yeah, it's not like Thor's hammer,
Yeah.
only the chosen can lift it kind of thing. No.
Yeah, sure. I'll give it a shot.
So it'll be one of those, like, working together, you kind of hoist Imelda up, and she'll put this head on the statue. And almost the instant you put it back on, you'll see the neck on this thing almost fuse back together. And the mouth on this statue is going to animate.
Oh, shit.
Just the mouth, not the entire thing or anything like that.
Okay.
And it's going to look to Imelda. And it's going to start to speak.
Okay.
Enter here and die. The swords adorning were taken from the remains of those who failed to heed my prophecy.
What happened to your head?
And it'll turn to Ian and essentially say the same thing.
Okay, I can see why somebody would knock this block off. Yeah.
Yeah, this ain't exactly helpful.
And it'll
Sounds
be one
kinda
of those,
dick.
and it'll be one of those, like, I imagine, like, anybody that were to, like, step forward, it would turn and say the same thing. Like, you very much get, like, if nobody else did, Vanda would very much pick up, like, maybe it's like, that's the enchantment. It's a warning message kind of thing.
I wonder. By here, they mean that there's another entrance. Like, enter here and you die. Enter someplace else. Maybe not. Now, having seen a glimpse of the dungeon in a meta sense, I know that's probably not true, but, that would be my first thought.
Yeah. So what do you guys want to do?
Well, I mean, we're here now.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna get all the way here and say, well, the statue
All right,
told me to
let's
fuck
go
off,
back.
I guess I can go.
Shortest session ever.
Like, oops, I guess we should listen, said no D&D party ever.
Jeez. Wouldn't that be a trip?
Oh, there's a curse. Well, hell, let's go home and have a drink.
Oh god, like the beginning of that, I forgot which Far Cry. Sometimes the right answer is to just walk away.
Yeah.
And you have the option to just leave at the beginning of the game. And you're like, alright, I'm done.
I'm out. See you later.
It's
Or
like,
as
I
in
ain't
Monty-
getting involved in this shit.
Yes, or as in Monty Python and the Holy Grail. We will not go to Camelot. 'Tis a silly place.
How big did this place seem on the approach? Like, did we get an idea of, like, circumference of this outcropping?
It almost rises up out of the ground. It kind of slopes up out of the ground. As you're standing here in front of it, it looks like, I would say, probably we're talking 7,500 feet tall at the peak. But it kind of slopes up out of the ground. Like the storm cellars you'd see in like movies, out in like the farm storm cellar. How it's just kind of like a set of stairs. It's like a doorway with a set of stairs that goes down. It's like that, but the doorway is 100 feet high,
Okay.
or at least the frame is.
Gotcha.
Well,
So it's one of those, like, as you were on the road approaching, yeah, you would have seen all the way around. Like the back of it kind of slopes back down to the ground.
Okay. Well, there is another way in. It's not any way around here. I don't feel like crawling all over this place
yeah,
to
I
try
was
and
gonna
find
say,
something miles away.
yeah. I say we go in.
Yeah, Vander will make for the entrance, and as he's approaching it, he's gonna turn and keep walking while he's facing the statue. Hey, thanks for the warning. Fuck you, buddy.
It doesn't respond.
Nah. Does Rusty have like human torch-like abilities? So could he light the way for us, essentially?
I imagine you guys would have torches as well.
Yeah, I guess we do. We're
In a pit,
prepared.
like, you could either like fashion torches or anything like that. And Rusty does have fire; he could light them for you.
yeah.
But yes, he does have human torch-like abilities. Can you guys give me where's it at? Speed checks. Kind of squeezing in through the entrance. You do still have a lot of sharp swords kind of poking in. It's not going to be super high. We're looking like a tier 1, tier 2 kind of thing.
Okay.
Woo! So they'll be like Ian and Rusty kind of squeezing in. Like, it'll probably nick your outfits a little bit. There'll be a few moments where it kind of catches you. Like, oh shit.
Oops.
Okay. Yeah. Why does Ian have an asset?
Oh wait, it was. Wait, hold on. Actually, that's a good question.
That's fine. It's just like, why do you have an asset?
I don't think I should. Oh wait, that was from before when
Yeah, you got
what was it?
something in the last
Imelda
couple
cast that.
Oh, when I cast something on you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's a 1, I guess.
Okay. In that case, these rusty swords are gonna it's gonna cut through Ian's armor a little bit. Not enough to ruin his armor, but you will take 3 points of damage.
Rusty, no PvP.
So,
Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Ian just strolled through thinking, oh yeah, I got this. Not even paying attention to the swords until son of a bitch!
Shit. Yeah. Poke, 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 poke. Yeah.
Just trying really hard to not show it.
Now, here's the cool thing. If you guys on the map, if you just walk your tokens into that mouth and then just keep going south, just keep going south.
Oh.
It's an illusion wall.
Oh.
Neat.
Ah,
Wait, shit.
Wait, why can't I?
okay. The lighting was really throwing me off for a bit.
Oh yeah, yeah. When you step in, it's like, wait a minute.
It's like, wait, I saw light. Now moving back and forth, like, where was it? Where was it? Okay, I go here.
So, as you come in, as you enter in, there's going to be the set of stairs that kind of heads down a little ways first. There it is. And as you kind of come in, there's these these glowing runes are going to kind of start to light up real faint. And as you proceed further in, they're almost like those motion lights where they light up a few feet ahead of you as you come down, and they get brighter and brighter, and they just slowly flicker on, almost like fire. Yeah, and let's see. None of you have. Well, you all have souls, but none of you have spirits of your own. Okay. So that's not a problem. Getting down these stairs, you're going to find this large plaza-like chamber after you descend a while. And you're going to come into this large central area. And the ceiling in here looks like it's a good 50, 60 feet up. But it's this high domed roof. And the floor's got this almost mosaic of spiraling tile. It starts from this large copper bowl fixed at the center. And you can kind of see there how big that copper bowl is. It's quite large. We're talking, what is that, 10, 15 feet? Easily? 15, 20 feet across?
Does it have fire in it, or
Uh-huh.
is that just the design?
It does.
Okay.
We'll do this so you can see it better. Off. Skip, skip, skip. There you go. It gives off this red glow. It's this little tongue of red flame burns at the edge of the copper vessel. Not in the center of it where you would think, but it's almost on the edge, like on the northern edge as you come in. And also as you come in, you don't see any fluid or liquid or anything like that in there, so it doesn't seem like there's any fuel source for it. But looking around, you're going to notice these 7 massive stone doors, all closed around the edge of the chamber. Each one's kind of covered with these different relief carvings. And near the fire pit, there's this hooded figure in these kind of dirty, tattered yellow robes, standing, just not moving. There.
Sorry, what is that?
It's a hooded figure.
Yeah.
He's got these old yellow robes on, so you can't quite you can't quite make out his face. And as you guys kind of enter into this larger chamber, this figure kind of raises hooded head. What treasures have you brought for me to keep safe?
what would you think about us withdrawing a treasure on behalf of a friend? You know, treasures that belong to them.
He'd reach out one arm towards Vander, and as this hand comes out of this sleeve, it's got these. At first glance, in this like red fire, or in the red light of this fire, it almost looks like a skeleton hand. But once like you kind of look a little closer, you can see it's not a skeleton hand. It's just skeletal. Like the skin and muscle is almost stretched too thin over this hand. So it makes the fingers look like they're unnaturally long. Do you have the receipt?
Receipt. About that. Our friend was not the one to deposit them. The treasures were taken from them and brought here. Eggs. Crow eggs, to be specific.
And you can see as this hand kind of he kind of curls his fingers back up and pulls his hand back. Without receipt, I cannot return items. And he's going to almost gesture around. This is a vault of keeping. I keep safe treasures from the age of myth for a fee.
So what about things that aren't from the age of myth? For example, crow eggs. Those aren't mythological things, she says, realizing they could be dragon eggs and not wanting to get into that.
They are indeed stored here. 5 of them, I believe.
And they were stolen. And we've been asked to return them to their rightful owner. How can we accomplish that?
If you would kindly provide the receipts, I would happily return them to you.
Buddy, I think there's a miscommunication here. There's no receipt. The eggs were deposited unlawfully. They were stolen from the rightful owner. We're doing you a favor
we
by
have to go all the way the hell back there to the market to find Don what's his name, to get the receipts from him, to come back here? No.
we're doing you a favor. You don't want hot merchandise sitting in your pocket. I mean, what kind of reputation would you have if that got out? Just any old person could steal something and bring it to you, and then the rightful person could never get it back. They don't have the receipt, do they? Honestly, I think it's in all of our best interest. You just show us where the eggs are, and we just leave with them.
Can I try persuasion, or would that be a waste of time?
With this guy, I would say it would actually be a waste of time to roll it.
Okay.
This is very much like, you guys very much get the impression this is essentially like a Swiss bank.
And
It's like, we don't know what's in it.
stolen.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah. Prove you. It'd be very much like one of those, like prove you owned it unequivocally. and that it was stolen. And then they might give it back. But,
Stop
otherwise,
this
they don't
for
care.
a question. The person who deposited those eggs,
Yes.
was that recently?
Fairly recently. Yes.
Um,
A few months
if
ago.
we were to attempt to find that person, would they be nearby?
Of that I do not know.
Okay.
He only. Well, the stranger who deposited the eggs. It was a creature in the shape of man, but he very clearly never was one. Remained
Wait, did you say
hidden.
that again? He was a creature in the shape of a man?
Yeah, basically a creature in the shape of a man, but
I thought
never
you said
was one.
creature. I'm like,
Oh
what?
no, sorry. A creature in the shape
Oh,
of a
yes, in
man,
the
but
shape
who
of a
never
man.
was one. Stayed hidden beneath a cloak, somewhat like mine, but gray and stained with blue dust.
Did you happen to notice whether he wore a metal cap?
No, that's not our guy. Did his eyes look? And I described the spiral
yeah,
effect that
yeah.
I saw with the zombie master.
Exactly, yes.
Motherfucker!
Hmm.
You have met the individual then.
Yeah, he's a dirty rat bastard that whammied me and attacked all of our people. He stole those things for sure.
Hmm. Can we have a huddle away
Sure.
from this gentleman? Okay.
Yeah, I think
So,
you guys can pull back the door, and I think he'll just stay standing there.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
Well, there's something.
yeah, because I don't want to hurt this guy, man. He's like an old man who just wants to do his job. But I did not come all the way here to not get these eggs. Especially now that I know it was that glowing-eyed mofo. So any ideas?
Well, they're not just gonna leave some old dude in charge of a vault of secrets from the age of myth. That guy is something serious.
Yeah, like, if it's not him, there's something behind door number 2 or whatever.
Probably fucking Ragnarok hiding in that cauldron there.
Probably.
Vander, you got your magic stuff. Can you give me a magic intelligence check?
Sure. Let's put a little effort into this.
Seven. Okay. This guy is suffuse with necromancy.
Fuck.
Oh,
He like, it'd be one of those like, Vander would like almost turn on like that magic eye sense kind of thing, and like as soon as you look at him, you're like, oh, just tastes like rot.
nah.
That's the Grim fucking Reaper right there. We gotta go.
You very much get the sense that this guy is. What he is a wrath lord. Meta-wise, think of him like a lich.
Yeah, we don't want any of him.
Wrath lords are unlike like a Forgotten Realms or like a classic lich. Wrath Lords are spirits who lost their way on the way to the afterlife and became bodiless spirits of rage. A rare few can actually hold on to a sense of who they were before dying by adopting little bits of like physical substance to act as an anchor, essentially a phylactery. Wrath Lords that choose an undertaking, unlike their lesser kin, the Wrath Lords will choose an undertaking, so they're not mindless engines of destruction, but because they're physically anchored, they'll choose a task, and they'll kind of dive themselves into that task. Guarding a tomb, a shrine. This guy's guarding a bank. But it's one of those like, you can fight him and defeat him, he'll come back. That's where it's not like your classic lich, but it is the core of a lich where you kill it and it comes back because it's got a phylactery somewhere.
Interesting.
But yeah, he's already dead, so killing him's not going to stop him.
Yeah.
Not for long, anyway.
What if we ask to store a cipher? Like, would that at least get us back into a room?
I don't know. Some banks are hinky about that. Like especially if they notice you like eyeing the rest of the merchandise. I do not want to piss this guy off. There's got to be something Donna Ilsa has that can prove that these eggs are hers, right?
Yeah, my two thoughts were either we go all the way back to her, but if we find the guy, then we found the guy, and like that's our point, right? Not so much getting back the eggs, but
Yeah, but how are we gonna find the guy without Donna Ilsa's
Okay.
help?
how about this?
Yeah.
We put in one of the ciphers. We get a receipt. You forge a receipt for the eggs, and we use that.
I'm more of a talker. Like that's not
You're
really my
so
area of
much nature
expertise.
guy.
Pretty sure the receipt's gonna be magic or something.
Also, that
I just kind of assume everything is magic here, but I'm pretty sure that one is.
yeah, no, those swords were entirely physical, but everything else, yeah, it probably
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I can, if we step outside of the entrance, being very careful, I think I could take us from the entrance back to the marketplace. We go to Donna Ilsa, get whatever proof she can work up, and then come back, show it to this guy.
It's
It-
worth a shot, because fighting him seems like a very bad idea.
They're not as difficult as like D&D liches. You're looking like a tier 5 enemy. And this is like something Vander would know a little bit, or at least he'd be able to pick up. They're not as powerful as D&D liches, except for the fact that they come back from the dead. Because, already dead.
Well,
Yeah.
so that meaning we would have to find wherever the hell his phylactery is.
Mhm.
Are they like liches in the sense that they reassemble near the phylactery, like rather than where you killed them?
Mhm.
Well, that
Yeah.
would at least get him out of our way.
Yeah, take your D&D lich and strip away magical ability. Most of the magical ability. he's still got some talents of his own.
The problem
See-
with
No, go ahead.
So the problem with squaring off with this guy is even if we knock him off, like, okay, we dealt with the god, there's still gonna be a hell of a lot of security in a place like this. And we don't know thing one about this place. We've only been in the lobby. We don't have any schematics, we don't have any specs, so no kind of recon, nothing.
Are you taking us back outside? No.
No, I was just updating your line of sight.
Um. But what if we go all the way back and she doesn't have anything? I mean, they're her fucking eggs. How could she prove that they're hers? Like,
Well, if she bought them, then
I
there might be
mean-
some kind of record.
I guess okay, this is perhaps racist of me. I presumed she laid them, but maybe I'm wrong.
We do have that message cipher. We can ask.
Oh, that's true. I'll turn to the old guy and say, would a verbal communication be sufficient to retrieve the items, or do you need the physical receipt?
Or some other sort of proof that's equivalent.
Yeah.
The physical receipt, please. If you are indeed the owners as you claim, or working for the owners, we would need the owner to come.
Oh, the owner themselves would have to come?
Yes.
Okay, this old dude is giving me a headache. You know she's not going to come here, right? Like,
I don't
she's
know
got
if she
shit to
can.
do.
I guess Rusty would probably ask Vander, since Vander's given all this information about Wrathlords. If we kill him, how long does he stay gone?
Not too long. A little bit, maybe enough for us to get a look around. But
Tier 7, with a 7 check, I'd say you'd know. It's probably on the safe side, 6 to 12 hours.
okay. With a 7, would I know with a moniker like Wrath Lord?
Mhm.
I assume these people hold grudges.
Okay. Wrathlord more in that that's how they essentially got lost, that's how they did not pass into the afterlife, was because of they are creatures of rage. Wrathlords have almost mastered that. Think of them like do you read DC Comics at all, or like Green Lantern comics?
I know something.
Okay. So, there was one of the Green Lanterns that ended up taking on a Red Ring of Rage. And
Okay.
the Rings of Rage, essentially, they channel your rage and just feed on that. They keep feeding on it. And they make you more and more angry, and you just want to lash out at everything. There's one of the Earth Green Lanterns that ended up, because of story reasons, he ended up getting a Red Ring of Rage. But he was almost... he was almost zen about it. Like, it was a cold rage. It wasn't like that hot rage, like the blood pumping through you, like pushing you forward. It was a cold, almost revenge rage. And that's what
Okay.
that's what Wrath Lords tend to they tend to do more that way.
Mm.
They'll be cool and calm, and they won't stab you in the back. They'll stab you in the face.
Right now, I'm just thinking about Red Lantern Hal.
Yeah.
That whole.
Yeah, he was very much.
What do
He
you
was.
hate?
It was very much.
Myself.
Yeah, it was very much not Hal Jordan Red Lantern. It was the hell is his name now? I forget. Anyway. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
with their undertakings, do they pick one and stick with it for their existence, or like do they shift it in response to something suitably egregious like murder and theft?
It's generally they pick it and they stick with it until they pass on or they're destroyed.
Okay. Okay. Savannah's gonna think about that for a minute.
But yeah, if you were to fight him and defeat him, you'd get 12 hours, something like that, depending on how big this place is. I mean, meta-wise, the players have an idea. The characters don't know. You can see 7 doors around this place.
Yeah. Vander will. How? We can't see his features. Probably not able to read them. So very, very quietly, Vander will mention to the others. So if we were to knock this guy off, we'd have maybe half a day, half of that maybe to look around before he came back. If we find this stuff and get out before he's back, he probably won't chase us through the cosmos.
In for a penny, in for a pound, I guess.
So you guys have a few options, I guess. From what I've heard, there's the just beat the snot out of him and try to rob the place. There's what if we deposit something and at least get a leg in kind of thing. And then there's go back, get Donna Ilsa, see if she can come here.
Yeah, I don't think that one's gonna work. So the deposit thing might at least get us into one of the hallways to let us see kind of how that works, which would definitely be helpful. There's no reason why we can't whack him, once we're in there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, at this point, I can't really think of a better alternative. If this were a video game, I'd be saving right now, but it isn't. So
So who's got something they're willing to part with for a bit?
how about the psychic communique thing?
Well, you really don't want to use that thing, do you?
Well, no, I do want to use it, but it's a one-use item, so
Yeah, that's fair.
And there's you can store all kinds of things here. Whatever you want to store, you can store here.
I mean, we ended up not using the section gauntlet. I could use that. Those are the only interesting things I have.
What's something Rust you could deposit that wouldn't piss off Nate?
Yeah, I'm hesitant to volunteer anything from him.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of Rusty's things blow up, don't they?
I mean, he's got a short bow, a hand cross. He's got a lot of firearms.
Yeah.
His only cipher is an uninterruptible power supply. I feel like he probably has something else. Let me see. Nope, that's it.
So I'll hold up the psychic communique and say, what if we wanted to store this?
I need to pull up my dollars to crowns conversion to see how much it is, because it's 100
Oh,
crowns.
does it have to have a certain value?
No. It's 100 crowns to deposit something, but I don't remember how much
Oh.
that is in dollars.
Yeah, I think
That's
I
all.
only have like $50.
I think you all have like 150 each, roughly.
Oh,
I think somebody's got like 120, but yeah.
Yeah.
oh okay, because I've only got recorded 50.
Equipment,
I have 150.
earth equipment. Okay, so let's see. So if a nightstick is $20, a club is 5 crowns. So we'll call that 4 to 1. Saber is 20. Oh, there it is. A short bow. Perfect. A short bow is 80 crowns. On Earth, that marries up to like a light handgun, so it's 300. 80.
So
300.
that's 4 to 1, more or less.
Yeah, pretty much. Ballpark, call it 4 to 1. $4 for every 1 crown. Inventory. You guys have a total of $470. Melda, you've got. Oh, that's supposed to be crowns. $150 divided by 4. We'll round it off. We'll call that 40. $40 crowns. Lander. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Okay. So now we have an idea how much money you guys have.
So how much would it cost to store this thing?
If you were to come up to the Myth Keeper, is this guy's name? He'd kind of look at the item that you're looking at depositing. What was it again?
It was the psychic communique.
Oh, okay. It's a little bit of a smaller item.
Yeah.
He'd kind of pick it up. He'd reach out his hand and let you put it in and kind of gingerly take it and turn it over. Average deposit is 100 crowns, but a smaller item like this, 50. and he would hand it back to you. Typically, people deposit larger items.
Um, okay, this is what I want to do, but y'all can tell me not to.
I love when it starts like that.
I was thinking of just whipping out freezing touch and freezing him. Which renders him immobile for a round.
So, kicking off with a surprise fight.
Yeah, because I only have 50 crowns, and yeah, he can do it, and yeah, it would help, but really, when it comes down to it, we're gonna have to kill this mofo. So, a surprise round seems like our most likely chance of success. Yes.
I mean, I don't know exactly how we're supposed to get anywhere, especially with them watching. You can't really sneak anywhere. Everything comes out of this one room.
Right. And if he considers this a low value item, he may not be putting it someplace where it's useful, like where we're going to find the eggs.
Oh no, the 50 crowns is based on the size of it, not on the value of it.
Oh.
Because because that cipher is such a smaller item, he can put it
Yeah.
into like a shoebox on a shelf somewhere with a whole bunch of other items.
Yeah. I guess the only downside is not knowing how to open these doors, but what do you guys think? If Vander sees my hand sort of icing up, is he gonna say anything? Oh, did we lose Nick? Oh, he's muted.
Nick, you're muted.
Maybe he had to step away for a second. Oh.
I am
Oh,
back.
there you go.
Um,
He's back.
So Vander's certainly not going to stop her. If he sees Imelda bring her hand up and start to ice up, he'd do this. When he sees Imelda ice up, he just yells, "This is a stick up!"
Nice.
Ian's longbow is now drawn.
I guess with that, then Rusty basically flame ons. Yeah.
Like I feel
Freezing touch.
I feel
Okay.
thematically my hand crossbow would be better to pull out, but like, functionally,
Sideways.
Right. Well,
I fire 3 arrows into the air.
I guess Imelda, give me. You're doing your freezing touch thing. Give me
Yeah,
that,
was
and
my-
then
That was my
Oh.
freezing touch roll. It was a
5. Good. Yeah, it'll hit.
5.
Oh, you applied a bunch of effort to that, didn't you?
No, I only put one
Oh,
effort
just the
into
one.
it,
Okay.
but it does cost 4. So
Oh, that's why.
and so that also allows me to use the frost touch, which inflicts 3 points of damage on top of freezing him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll initiative, everyone.
All right.
You know, I was standing right next to him, and I thought, really, why are we doing this?
Well, yep.
Oh, and my initiative rolls hold.
Wait, what?
true to
Oh wait, I don't
form.
think I should have that asset now. I think that was
So
also
we just take
because of
3 off
speed
of
up.
it. Yeah.
Although I could cast it again. Because accelerate doesn't really cost me anything. Oh yeah, it's just an action, and I took one action, so I'm allowed another one. So there you go.
Well, that'd be one of those, like, as a surprise, you kind of kick everything off.
Yeah, yeah.
But either way, like a 19 or a 16, he's still going before the Myth Keeper.
Yeah, good. And I'm, of course, going last.
Jeez. Freezing touch.
Well,
Okay.
everyone's going before the Myth Keeper because he's frozen.
Yeah. Rendering it immobile for 1 round.
Now, here's a question. Does immobile mean he can't talk either? I would think yes, because frozen, but
I would say it'd be with, like, a lot of effort. He'd be able to get, like, 1 line or something like that.
well, I'm just
As-
wondering whether he can cast spells. But
Oh, Mythkeeper in general doesn't.
okay,
It's more immobile. I would say is more almost like a restrained.
okay, that
Like, he
makes
can't
sense.
move. He's slowed down. Like, he can only do like one thing. His mobility is reduced to 0.
Right.
Ian, what you doing?
Well, I have it out, so I'm gonna not really pop off. I'm gonna plink off a few shots.
Oh shit! I did the wrong one.
Oh yeah, let me actually zoom in so I can click this guy. So, bada bing.
That's
Aw.
gonna miss. So you're gonna fire off this bow, and it's gonna like you'll your aim is true, but like it just kind of like shoots through this kind of tattered hood that he's got on, or this tattered cloak, and you can kind of see like there's a little bit of light behind it. It looks like maybe you either missed his body, or if there's a body inside of it.
I'm gonna just try this again.
Okay,
That's even worse.
that's the other direction.
What? I don't know, wait. That's not great against this. Okay, and, I guess that's it for now, because, oof.
Oh, accelerate doesn't
gonna
have a cost on it.
Move a little closer up by her.
Accelerate does have a cost. I don't know why it wasn't on there.
And I guess that's my turn.
Okay. Yeah, accelerate's
Right,
really
no, wait,
expensive.
I can't move too. Forgot. I already did double action.
No problem. Yeah, accelerate's really expensive. It's 4 intelligence. Okay. What brings it? Mythkeeper. He's frozen, so he can't move.
Oh, you didn't. Oh, you did roll for Rusty. You
Hmm?
just rolled off.
Yeah, I just skipped him. Sorry. There you go. Now you can see him. He's got a 15, so. Anything he would do. Okay. Rusty's turn. Rusty's got his fire. He's going to do this whole Shroud of Flame. So go. Burp, burp. Yeah. Do the whole Human Torch thing, and he's gonna throw a fireball at this dude. He's gonna hurl flame. Oh. He's gonna do it again.
So have we determined that a 5 is what it takes to hit him?
Oh, that hits him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you gotta roll. He's a tier 5 creature.
Oh okay.
Yeah, that definitely hits. And we'll do that, and 8 more damage. Okay.
And
Evander.
What's his effect? Doesn't he get a?
I don't think it does anything else. 4 points of
Doesn't
fire
he get
damage
a
on hurl
minor
flame.
effect? Oh,
Uh,
you gave him +4 damage. Gotcha.
Plus 4 damage. Yeah,
Right,
to make it
okay.
easy. Yep. Because you guys are trying to take him down quicker, right?
Right. We need him dead.
What Vander is going to do is he's going to call out. Everybody, keep your eyes on the dead guy. No one else.
Good.
Keep your eyes averted. And Vander is going to bring out a superior duplicate, butt ass naked.
Okay.
That was more to detract might than anything else, but
That's fine.
does the duplicate go when it's formed, or let me check the original. Bup, bup, bup.
That's how
So
it
when you
works
use
in
your
D&D,
duplicate-
but, you know.
Imagine as you shout that, Ian goes, "What?" and looks at you.
What the fuck did I just say?
That's what I was asking.
Do I
So it
have
just
that
says it
duplicate?
obeys my commands and does as I direct it. Doesn't say anything about going on the same turn.
Yeah, but if you're directing it, that would have to happen on your turn, right?
I would say it would act on your turn. It would essentially give you a third action, or like a free action on your turn.
Okay.
You could use it like a free action on your turn.
Okay. In that
Um,
case, once Vander 2 is here, I direct him to go and open up door. What is it? G.
Burp. There we go. That's naked Vander.
Wait. No, I do not direct him to do that. First, I use my second action. Oh wait, these squares will not represent distance. How far am I from Buddy Bull there? 25. Okay, yeah, that's short range.
Yeah.
I will attempt to read the Myth Keeper's mind.
Each square is make a line. 10 feet. Ish.
Okay.
They're a little taller than they are wide, but yeah.
Yeah. I will expend effort to make this work. Because I want to know all of his secrets. Fuck yeah.
You're gonna try to read his mind. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me check that thing. Superior duplicate, 15 health, level 3 NPC. What was that? Mind reading? Mind reading.
Yes.
There it is. Surface thoughts. Establish contact. Okay.
So, as I am attempting to pierce his mental defenses, I shout out, "Where are the eggs?" Hopefully, that will bubble up to the surface.
You're gonna get. You're gonna get a series of flashes. Like essentially, these eggs are scattered all over the place.
Fuck.
They are not in one spot. They're at the request of the Dustman. They're not kept together. They're dispersed. One's in the room of law. One is in the. Let me see here. Let me look at these rooms. I gotta remember here. One, I believe, is in the room of death. Player vision preview. There we go. Yeah, one's in the room of death, or the hall of death, whatever. Desire. War. 1, 2, 3.
War or lore?
War, like combat.
Gotcha.
One is in the Vault of Law, LAW. And one is, which one is this? In the Hall of Commerce. So death, desire, war, commerce, law.
Okay. Would Vander get an idea of what doors those halls and vaults lie behind?
It's you'd get those. It's not like you get like a mental. He doesn't necessarily give like a mental map of the place. It's more just like almost one of those like if you're trying to remember the combination to your lock kind of or your locker kind of thing.
Okay.
Like he remembers where they're at.
And I don't suppose there's any signage that indicates such things either.
Not in his mind. Oh, you would also just kind of like a surface thought kind of thing. On a surface thought, he would be thinking, it's like, well, yeah, they're attacking me. They can't open these doors. Not without my key.
Okay.
And the key is a ring on his hand.
Cool.
I'm
Got
sorry,
that.
the key is where?
The key is a ring that's on his hand.
Ah,
Okay, so we've got that. On the walls, is there any indicator like the Hall of Death lies this way or anything like that?
Ooh. Looking around real quick. Give me like a perception, intelligence.
Let's see here.
And this will pretty much be the end of your turn.
Yeah.
But it'll be one of those like, it's like, okay, death, desire, war. It's like, okay, I'm looking around trying to figure it all out. Okay, a 6. You're going to look around real quick. And each of these, whatever it is, 7, 8 doors, you'll notice that the engravings around each door has a different set of engravings. Almost like a relief carving. There's like essentially like this relief carving on the door, and each one has they all have a keflum or something like that, but they're all doing different things. But there's no labels on the doors.
Oh, that's right. They operate with symbology.
Symbolism.
Yeah. Okay, so since we can't open the doors without the key anyway,
Mhm.
Vander will direct his duplicate to tackle the Mythkeeper.
Okay, he's gonna target the Mythkeeper. He's level 3. Let me double check. Duplicate. Duplicate's one of those weird ones where I always have to like double check. It's like, okay, what can he do? What can he do? Has no possessions, clothing. When it appears. So you're gonna do that. Call out where the eggs, and he's going to think about all that stuff. And a naked Vander is going to run and try to dive tackle the Mythkeeper. He's not skilled on anything. Oh, he'll do it.
But he's a baller.
So Imelda's reached out, handed this guy, just received this item back from the Mythkeeper, freezes him. Pew pew pew. Vander yells, fire modifier. Naked Vander. What? So much for looking away, because I imagine Imelda's getting an eyeful.
La la la. I cannot see.
I mean, a dive tackle? Would that be a light weapon? I don't know. Not a light weapon. Sure, that'll do 4 more points of damage.
Nice.
That's enough to eliminate the Mythkeeper.
Wow.
So,
Really?
yeah, it was exactly enough. He was at 11. You need 15 to take him out.
Oh shit.
So-
Freezing. I
So
mean,
naked duplicate or naked Vander double is going to hit, and as he kind of tackles him to the ground, there'll be just, and you'll see like a little ring tumbles out of the hood, and then just as it hits, just dust everywhere. And I imagine like double Vander is going to probably just, like, stop for a second, probably take this robe and put this robe on.
Yeah, just kind of like wrap it around his waist or something.
Yeah, not necessarily like put it on because it's full of like lich dust, but at least kind of wear it like a cloak or something.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's not so
and-
he's not just out to nature. Yeah,
And if he doesn't grab it, I'll grab the ring, and I'll say, "I presume we need this."
Yeah, that's the key. And they'll both say that, and then look at each other, and then
Oh,
half naked Vander will gesture to regular Vander. We need that to open up the door.
okay. So, I guess I heard Vander say, "Where are the eggs?" But did you get an answer to your question about where they are?
Oh,
And I'll just
yeah.
I'll walk over and hand him the ring.
Yeah, and
I'm
half
not
naked
sure you
Vander
should
will.
actually put this on, though. I'm not sure that's a great idea, but let's see if we can open the doors without doing that.
Yeah, so half naked Vander will follow, and the two of them will high five each other. And Vander will look around at the symbols above the doors. Yeah, so they're not all together. They're in 5 different rooms. They're in the what did he say? Let's see, the Hall of Death, Hall of Desire, Hall of War, Hall of Commerce, and the Vault of Law. And we got to look at what these people above the doors are doing to figure out which is which.
Okay, so should we start with A, I guess? I mean, just work our way around?
I feel like we should be a bit more surgical. We don't know if there's something waiting behind each door.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean open each door. I meant look at the pictures and figure out which are the doors we need, and then
Oh,
figure out an order to do them.
oh yeah, that's smart. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not keen on opening doors that we don't need, frankly.
So which door do you want to look at first, or which relief carving do you want to look at?
Let's start with A.
Okay. So door number A. Number A. It's this Kephlem dressed in the robes of like an Umber judge, and it's surrounded by a mist of. It almost looks like spirits, kind of like that screaming skull kind of coming up out of the mist.
Hmm.
B. We'll just go right in order. We'll go all the way around. B is a Kephlem dressed and posed in a position some might call almost alluring. Maybe like that the clothes are a little tighter and it's got that almost come hither look.
Okay.
Okay.
C is a Kephlem in simple robes and like this set of spectacles on its face, and it's kind of holding this gigantic tome.
All right.
D, you can't quite see what race it is, but it looks like this kind of monk in simple robes. The hood's pulled up, the face is kind of blacked out, but it's got one finger kind of held up to its face, or where its face would be. E is a Kephlem in full plate armor and this massive talwar. It's like a great sword with a broad, curved blade.
Okay.
F is the Kephlem with these like extremely elaborate, rich-looking robes. And it's holding this kind of this moderately sized chest, kind of bursting with crowns, coins. And G is a Kephlem in like magisterial robes. Looks like he's reading from like this unfurled scroll so long that it actually kind of winds down and around the Kephalem's legs. And those are the 7 doors that you see.
And A was the Umber Judge surrounded by spirits, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I think we've got what we're looking for here. With A is the Hall of Death, B is the Hall of Desire, E is War, F is Commerce, and G is Law. So let's, since we're already standing at G, let's go for the Vault of Law. Vander will walk up to the door and present the ring in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
Or is there like a place in the door to like insert it, like a signet ring?
Nope.
Okay, then he'll just hold it up in front of him.
So you're gonna hold up this ring in front of you, like not wearing it. You're just gonna hold it in your hand, and you're gonna hold it up to the door, and nothing happens.
Okay.
Imagine there's that brief moment of the heck and tink tink tink, like tap it on the door, and nothing
Yeah.
happens.
In that case, he's just gonna kind of look at it and then slip it onto his his left hand on his ring finger.
So you're gonna put this ring on, and almost as soon as you do, you're gonna feel that almost wash of. I think that'd be probably like an enchantment magic as well. But there's gonna be a warm spot on the ring, where it's touching your where it's actually touching your finger, like right at the top of the ring, right at the top of your finger. There's a warm spot. Right? Like it's warmer than the rest. Like if you put not hot enough, but like a hot coal, but like after you've just taken like the spoon out of your coffee or something like that, and if you were to feel that, it feels warmer than the rest of it.
Okay.
And if you were to like reach down and turn that ring on your finger, you'd feel that warm spot move. Like it's that specific spot on the ring feels warmer than the rest, so you can move it around your finger.
Interesting. Yeah, so Vander, realizing that, he's going to reach out and place his hand against the door with the ring on it.
So you'll do that, and you go and put your hand on the door, and that little bit of a metallic clink as the ring hits it, and nothing happens. Everybody else, give me perception, or like an intelligence perception. Like while Vander's doing this. So imagine Vander's kind of working on his thing. Rusty doesn't notice.
Oh,
Ian does, though. Ian, you're gonna notice like one of those like as Vander's like turning this ring. Remember how I said that the fire was the edge of that copper bowl? As Vander turns that ring, that fire is going to move around the bowl.
ooh.
Huh.
Hey, something's happening. Something's happening.
What? What's that? Is he back?
Fire's moving. The fire is moving. I'm pretty sure that's bad.
Ooh. Can you make the fire? Is there a gap in the fire, or where it appears, or it's in a?
So think of it like it's this giant, almost like a wok.
Right.
Made out of copper, and it's like 20 feet across. Now, the image shows the fire basically ringing the whole thing. It doesn't.
Right.
The fire is just in one little spot on the edge,
okay.
basically at like the 12 o'clock position.
Okay, so presumably I saw Vander fiddling with the ring at least, and now
Yeah.
Ian has said the fire moved. Can you make the fire line up with the door? And I'm gonna move out of the way so that I'm not standing directly between.
Yeah, give me one. Watch this. Ah! Yeah, so Vander's gonna look between the ring and the cauldron here, and slowly he's going to turn the ring to see how the fire moves, and presumably it's moving in concert.
Yes, absolutely. And it'll be one of those like as you kind of move it around your finger to like the 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock position, you're gonna watch as that fire makes that same motion, and it'll line up with like A, B, C, D. And as it goes to each door, if you move it over to like, if you move that warm spot on the ring to match up with like 1 o'clock, the fire moves over there, and you'll hear door A click and unlock. There'll be this stone sound of stone sliding as this door unbars.
So that's the key. That's kind of neat, actually.
That's a pretty cool key.
All right. The way it is.
Note to self: use fire ring key later.
Yeah.
That's actually a really cool key. I like that.
Mm-hmm. And so Vander will start making his way to the Hall of Death.
Now you could like turn it to whatever room you wanted to unlock it. I just used A as an example.
Sure. Hey, it works. Let's start there.
Okay.
Might as well head to death first. Get it
Yeah,
over
we already
with.
beat death, so this is gonna be empty, right?
Oh yeah. So you'll hear the stone slide out of the way. And you'll be able to push this door open, and it'll be almost effortless. It'll just you barely push it, and it just kind of slides open on its own. And you're gonna see right off the bat the floor tiles. As you head down the hallway, you'll come to this almost corner down here where it opens up a little bit and it widens out and the hallway turns. But you're going to see these floor tiles that kind of spiral out from this statue embedded in the corner of this area. It almost looks like it's vaguely a horse-like creature kind of up on its rear. Its head's up high. It's got these hooves that are kind of flashing. Maybe through time or vandalism, something like that, it looks like somebody's probably robbed. Its front left leg is missing. What's going to catch everybody's eye, though, is there's this spiraling horn that kind of erupts out of the center of the forehead, almost like a spike. And unlike the rest of the sculpture, this horn looks like it's almost carved out of bone. It doesn't look like it's part of the statue. Or like it was added on.
Can I reach it?
You'd have to kind of stretch up a tiny bit, but yeah, you could probably reach it.
Before I actually touch it, does it feel warm or cold or anything unusual?
It feels room temperature, a little chilly,
Okay.
but not too bad. I mean,
Yeah,
you're
but not,
underground,
like-
so
Yeah. So I'm gonna try touching it and seeing if like it unscrews maybe or comes out in some way.
you can reach up and kind of almost tap on it, and it's secured there, but not super well. Like you could probably unscrew this or just kind of twist it out pretty easily. Is Ian staying back in the lobby?
No. Yeah. Let's
Okay.
slide him up.
No, I just wanted to make sure before I moved you.
Yeah, I'll try unscrewing it. I'll get Ian or Rusty or someone to hold me up so I can get a better
Yeah.
angle and try to unscrew it. Because I'll look at Vander particularly to say, I wonder if this is his, that thing where wizards always put their souls.
Phylactery?
Yes, but I can't remember what the word is called.
Oh.
Maybe.
Ian may never have heard that word before in his life.
I
So
feel like you protect that a little more than just put it behind one door.
Yeah, probably not. But whatever it is, it's coming out and it looks new. So I don't know. Maybe it's another key. Maybe I don't know. And I'll just unscrew it and maybe examine it more closely.
So it's gonna be one of those like, Imelda's gonna reach up and there'll be a little bit of a, and it'll come up out of the head of this horse and set Imelda down, and you're gonna be kind of looking this thing over. Imelda, can I get a speed defense?
Sure. I'm gonna put some effort into that because I'll probably need it. Oh, not
That's
terrible.
a 5. Okay. As you're kind of turning this thing over, there'll be that moment like, okay, you turn it over in your hands, and as you kind of like turn it to kind of like the point towards you. From the back end, this is all in like a half a second, split second kind of thing. From the base of this horn, this almost ghostly horse is going to form around the base of this thing, as this horn is going to jam into your kind of into almost like your abdomen, and you're going to take 7 points of damage.
Jesus.
Ouch. Can I
As this
distribute that?
horn is
will.
jammed into you.
Okay. Ouch.
Before you stands a deathless charger. So it's going to come in and go and just jam this horn into to Imelda and kind of almost like whip its head back around and kind of like the statue kind of rear up and give this horrible whinny. Well, Vander ended last time. Imelda! You've just been gored.
Don't do that again.
Now that
Well,
was a surprise
it
attack,
would be-
so now you're not surprised.
Okay, so, I'm guessing my first impulse would be to drop it, but is it like? Is
Oh,
the
it's
whole
attached
thing
to the
sort of
horse.
animated as a
Yeah.
statue now? Is that sort of how it works?
Oh, the statue's still there. This is almost like this is like a semi-physical horse. Like you could actually reach out and kind of touch the side of this charger. The statue's still there, but this thing is attached to the horn. So
Okay. Does it seem hostile or frightened?
hostile.
Okay.
You
Well-
guys would know, just kind of in passing in Arden, a Deathless Charger is... They're kind of like a Grim Reaper. They are there to escort souls from the living to the dead. Seeing one is often a sign of bad luck.
Okay. Oh, do I get anything? Does my armor help at all with that?
Oh, you have armor.
Damage?
That's right, I forgot about that. That does reduce it 1. There you go.
And this isn't cold damage, right? This is just regular damage.
This is an undead horn jamming through your
So well,
your abdomen.
that reduces
Yeah.
it by 1 anyway.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
better than it was.
So I don't know. Can you freeze an undead thing?
It's tangible enough. You could try. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You know what? I'm just gonna use frost touch rather than trying to freeze it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put 1 effort in that. Frost touch. Oh yeah.
You also get a major effect or an extra 4 points. Oh, yeah, because that was an attack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have a choice of an extra 4 points of damage or a major effect.
Could the major effect be freezing it, or is that too OP?
As in, like a freezing touch.
Yeah. If not, I'll just take the extra 4 points of damage.
I would let you do your major effect as recovering some of your might. Essentially, almost like like ice stitches kind of thing. You'd be able to heal that up a little bit.
No, I'll take the damage instead.
Okay.
So
Just because the freezing touch is a whole extra action.
yeah, no, that's fair. So 7 points of damage. Oh, I didn't target it, but I don't know.
That's fine. Okay.
Shit.
Oh,
Okay,
it's still
so
your turn. That's right. That was one.
And then I am also gonna use a recovery action.
Okay. 6 points. Hey.
So 6 points. So yay.
That's everything that it took from you.
I'm gonna take that mostly back in intellect, but
Yeah.
okay. That is my turn.
All right. Ian. Your friend just summoned an undead horse.
Oops.
Well, now I have to stab a horse. Great.
A death unicorn. That.
Okay, that's kind of metal.
A little bit, yeah.
Alright, so yeah, I guess I'm gonna whip out the adjustable sword, do the medium. It might, yep, that's medium. Okay, and I'm gonna try to stab it.
2 is
Ow.
not quite enough.
I guess not.
Oh wait, I have free effort. Why am I not using this? Goddamn,
I can just like mentally throw on a 1 on top of that.
Still not
3
enough.
is not enough.
Yeah. And the like the what's it called? Is it edge? Yeah, the edge. Would that apply? Like, could I apply? Would that apply if I use it like for effort for different actions?
Yeah.
So like if I could use like the free effort for each attack.
Let me read your free effort. I think so. That was
Yeah, because
impulsive,
it's
right?
based. Oh no, it's just that I have 3 edge. Oh wait, no, it's a might attack. Never mind. I only have 2 edge.
Ah,
But
if it was a
so would
speed
that
attack.
still be like? Yeah, but would that be like what? Only I guess 1 point each time. Alright, I'm
Yep.
just gonna put effort into this one. And effort 1. All right. And try that again. Five.
5 against the Deathless Charger will just do it. So
Very
yes.
cool. It's one of those.
So you're looking at a tier 5 creature.
All right, so that's 4 damage, and I'm gonna try the
The Sorks ain't
Is it
looking
like
great.
a speed defense to try, or just like a speed?
It's just a speed roll. You can
Okay,
use
so
a
not a
speed defense. It's fine.
Okay,
And then if you're just trained in it, we
Or-
just know to reduce it by
okay,
1 tier.
okay. I was mainly see if I'd have the training.
Yeah, you don't have to mess with the training. I can read all the stuff and just do it mental math.
All right. Plus ROBZ, just the free speed effort for the speed.
Oh,
it would
yeah,
be
yeah.
the same as the defense anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
6.
a 6. Woo.
Yep. So you'll get it.
All right, going to spend
wish the table
another
kept
point of effort into trying to stab again.
Mhm.
I don't know why that's there. Like, anyway, I just got to tap back and
5 will
Hey!
just hit.
Yeah.
All right, so that's another 4. So total of 8 damage. He's just swinging, freaking out, and what the hell? What the shit? Why is there a unicorn? Why is there a unicorn?
My fault, my fault, my fault. Sorry.
Perfect.
That
It's-
doesn't explain it.
that makes it the Deathless Charger's turn. Excuse me. Ooh, okay. So we got a number of creatures in immediate range. This is one of the first creatures you guys are going against that has multi-attack.
Ugh.
Fuck.
It's going to it's going to kind of rear back, and it's going to try to bring down a hoof on both Imelda and Ian.
Ugh.
Can you guys give me defense rolls? Speed or might? Block or dodge? Dodge or block? Whatever.
Oh yeah, that was almost a 4.
Did you say all of us? Or...
No, Imelda and Ian.
All right.
Ian definitely does it. You also get a major effect.
Yes.
We roll out of the way while giving each other high fives.
Major effect for dodging a unicorn. Is its horn still tangible?
The whole thing is pretty tangible. Yeah.
Alright, can it get like... I guess partially stuck in a wall, not enough to like, you know, take it out of a turn, but some kind of disadvantage. Like slowing it down or...
With a major effect, I would absolutely say it's going to kind of come down and try to stomp on both of you, and as it does, its head will kind of jam into the wall a little bit, and it's going to spend its next action trying to pull its head out of the wall.
Okay. And yay. We are good at dodging. Ow, that thing hits hard.
Yeah,
Oh, that wasn't damage. This was a flat d20.
Oh no, I'm just thinking it did 7 immediately out of nowhere.
Oh yeah. I'm playing Rusty. That's right. It's like, oh shit. Rusty is going to well, everybody's in close to it. Oh, I forgot he had that. Damn it. Oh well. He's got a thing. Rusty will run
he has
in.
the thing.
Well, he's got to think foil danger. It's kind of like a danger sense where he could have like kicked that away so you didn't get hit by the thing. Oh well. He's gonna run in and try to stab it. Huh. And another crit.
Ooh, ouch.
Stabby. Boop, boop, boop. Before it can pull its head out of the wall, that'll kill the charger. A major effect.
What happens if you sever the horn again?
Well, as he kind of hits it with this knife, the body is going to essentially almost like melt into shadow, but the horn's going to drop back to the ground. Ooh, that works. Okay. So this horse, this Deathless Charger is going to almost turn into like shadowy flames as the body burns away. And there's a pair of saddlebags that were on the statue that were also on the horse are going to drop to the ground. And they're going to hit, and you're going to hear almost like you're going to hear items inside the saddlebags.
I'm looking there.
I was going to say, let's see what we get for this.
You're going to find a few things. You're going to find 3 different ciphers. This horn is still intact. Even better, this horn, you could probably use this thing as a dagger. and it
Oh
would
hell
count.
yeah! I took a stab. I'm keeping that thing.
It would count as an artifact. Specifically, a spirit slaying dagger.
Wow, that might be useful.
Jane, can you give me a d6 plus 1?
A d6 plus 1?
Mm-hmm. What level is this? A level
5.
5. Okay. I'll even just unidentify.
So I'm sorry. What is it now?
Give me a second here. It
Okay.
is. We'll drop those on your sheet for you. So you're going to find a level 4 ray emitter of command. And these are all on the party sheet now. You're going to find a manipulation beam, level 3. And you're going to find an intellect booster, level 5. Now, an intellect booster adds 1 to your intellect edge for an hour. Manipulation beam, you can activate it a number of times equal to the cipher level, so 3. Each time the wearer, each time the user can choose to affect an object you can see within long range that weighs no more. It's essentially telekinesis. 3 times
Oh.
per day. For like a small object. It's something that you would be able to use you'd be able to do it yourself too. So, opening, closing doors, keying keypads, things like that.
That seems super useful.
Spooky action at a distance. An array emitter of command. You can project a ray up to 200 feet that forces a target to obey the next verbal command given. It'll work guaranteed on a creature up to the cipher level, and above that, you essentially have to make like a. I think it'd be like an intellect roll. But it forces them to obey the next verbal command given, if it is understood. But those are in the bag, as well as a dagger.
Okay, I'm sorry. What did you say the dagger?
Oh, the dagger. Sorry, it's a light weapon.
Okay.
It's this horn is kind of glowing. It's got like it almost looks like runes that denote spirit slaying. It functions as a normal weapon. However, if the wielder uses an action to activate it, the weapon's spirit slaying magic activates for an hour, or not for an hour, for a minute. During that minute, if you score a hit, it inflicts the normal damage on fully insubstantial creatures, plus 3 additional points of damage to any creature it hits. Normally, if a creature's insubstantial, doesn't matter, you can't hit it. Or, I mean, you can't deal damage to it. This thing will.
Oh hell yeah!
So, essentially, this can hit ethereal creatures if you activate it. Plus, it deals extra damage if you activate it.
Okay, I'm definitely keeping that.
It's got a depletion of 1 in 100.
Okay. So is that every time you use it, you roll a d100?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I think I just gave that to... No, yeah, I did. I gave it to the right one. Okay.
So I'll hold up the other ones to the others and say, want any of these?
I think you guys are all have space for ciphers, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have space for 2 more actually.
Yeah, so's Rusty.
Same.
Yeah. I'll hold up
Oh.
the intellect booster to Vander and say, this might be useful for you.
Yeah, that could definitely come in handy. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and take that.
This is just me. Okay. So Vander wants the. Okay. Who wants the telekinesis beam? Manipulation beam.
I mean, I guess I
I-
find something for it.
If nothing else, Rusty would take it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
So
it
you'd
seems
probably
to
really
be
like that.
something, but yeah.
Yeah, let's have Nate get a present when he comes back.
Okay.
You know, that would
And-
be great for his extra arm.
I would actually, yeah. So now he's got. He already has. I guess in this body, it looks almost like this just arm of fire that kind of comes out of his side, and now he can. He can also reach stuff at a distance. That's kind of cool. And the ray emitter command.
Come on, Ian. You know you want it.
So what exactly does it do again?
A creature up to level 4 automatically falls into this. Anybody above that, you'd have to make a check. But it allows the user to force the target to obey the next verbal command given. It's like the spell command.
God, that's probably going to be a really stupid and like simple command. But I mean, he'd take it.
Yeah, you know,
If
like
no one else is gonna.
like drop or you know.
Get into a fight with someone, we have some stuff we need to hurry up and take care of, or get through a door. He goes, fuck off.
Goes over and just starts railing the next statue.
Birding. Okay, that's important with command.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. So that's done. You guys have survived your first encounter with the Deathless Charger. Remember, I told you. This place wants to keep you out. So, we'll just move up here. Moving up through the doorway, through the doorway. You can get up to this long hallway at the end. And you can kind of see, even from the head of this hallway, there's this series of, like, facing alcoves. If you're going to kind of poke your head around the corners a little bit, each alcove contains this like, heavily carved stone urn with a that looks like it's stoppered. The stopper almost looks like it's made out of lead. And on the inscription of each one is engraved Guardian.
Okay, even I'm not stupid enough to open something that says
Yeah, not when it's stopped up with lead.
yeah, no. Nope. Just
I didn't
keep
think so.
walking.
Yeah.
Just keep walking.
Oh God, that might be the phylactery.
Could be in there. It could be
So
in one
Ian
of those.
wouldn't know anything to say that because he doesn't know what the fuck a phylactery is.
Are all of them the same?
Yeah.
Okay. then I'm not touching them.
Yeah, there's 12 of them. 6 on either side. All of them kind of labeled. And it'd also be one of those, like, if you were to kind of like put your ear to it, you can almost hear it. It sounds kind of like that ear to the seashell thing. You can kind of hear something moving around its eyes.
Oh, hell no. That horse was enough.
So, I like this room. The sarcophagi treasure room. Oh, it comes with an image.
Ooh.
So as you walk, you first approach this room. You can kind of see like there's this. It's very humid as you're coming in, and as you get to the end of this room, you can almost see like there's little drops of water that seem to be falling up. And looking around the room, you can kind of see there's a layer of water that covers the ceiling. There's nothing holding it up. It just seems to defy gravity. But it kind of reflects this grand room that it's in front of you, or that's underneath of it, kind of inlaid with crystal tiles and ivy fixtures. There's these 4 large sarcophagi that are scattered around the chamber. Each one's kind of forged out of this dark iron, and it has this demonic face and form relief carved into the surface. This black iron, this hulking black iron urn is kind of issuing forth this little thin stream of smoke up out of the top of it, and inscribed on the side are the words "Breath of Lotan."
Huh.
If you remember, Lotan was essentially like the demon god of death.
Right.
Breath.
Looking around, we don't see anything like an egg in here out in the open, do we?
Not obviously. You can give me like an intellect check, or an intellect task, intellect perception kind of thing. Like an intellect perception. So Vander, as you're looking around, it's like, okay, there's clearly nothing obviously egg shaped in here. It'll be one of those, like, as you're looking around, you'll take note in addition the fact that the ceiling has this water, you're gonna notice to the side there's almost a pocket door. And looks like there's like an iron plate in this pocket door. It's retracted right now, but you don't see any mechanism for controlling it either. There's no like tripwire or anything like that as you walk in, but there's very clearly a trap door here, like in the side next to you.
So, Vander will point that out to the rest of the group, and he'll begin by giving the sarcophagi a bit of a wide berth, but he'll draw nearer to at least one of them the closer he gets to the plate, I'm sure. So it's retracted at the moment. I think Vander will look over his shoulder. Oh, I don't see where else the egg could be. I'm gonna try pushing this.
Before you do that, I'm gonna look up, does the water on the ceiling look deep?
You can't necessarily really. So give me like an intelligence check. We'll do that. Because at first glance, you can't really tell. It's got such a reflective surface. A 6. With a minor effect, mind you.
Yeah.
So, minor effect, you are definitely going to notice that you can kind of, like, if you go to the edge, like, you defeat that refraction kind of thing, you can kind of follow the wall above the water, and you don't see like a top air bubble above the water. You don't even see a ceiling above it. The stone kind of continues up, and it just goes into blackness. You're also going to notice, looking around trying to follow it, you'll get over to where that urn is at, and it's an urn down here. That reflection, it almost looks like a demonic, kind of humanoid individual, kind of bound up in like black iron chains, and it's got kind of smoke issuing from its nostrils. The reflection does.
Yeah.
You look down here, it's
Yeah.
it's an urn. If you had to guess, obviously the water above you has, this room has some kind of trap in it. The
Yeah.
water above you has something to do with it. Probably
Right.
has, as does that iron plate door.
And do the sarcophagi look the same in the ceiling as they do down here?
Yep. The only difference is that urn. The reflection is this demon.
So I'll describe that to the others. I just don't know what to do with that information.
Is the
Like, I have a feeling that if we do something, it releases the demon, but
Oh, the urn down here it's got that same kind of lead stopper that you saw on the other ones, but on the Guardian ones, it's got this large lead stopper that's also been sealed with wax. So this stopper isn't coming off by accident.
okay.
Does the demon appear to be watching us in that reflection? Like, is he paying attention to how we're moving?
The demon above you, it's tough to tell because of the reflection, but it seems to, it's not so much watching you as it is like turning its head towards people that like walk by the urn, but it's not necessarily like looking at them. It almost maybe more like it's hearing them.
Okay. This.
And is the writing on the urn the same as the Guardian ones?
It's the same script.
Can I read it?
Breath of Lotan.
Oh, right.
You awake in there, buddy? And he's gonna look up at the reflection to see how it reacts.
Just kind of like lean forward. And, hello? Ting, ting, ting. And you'll see in the reflection, it kind of it kind of turns towards like your voice, towards like the tap, and you can see it kind of it struggles in the chain, and below you'll see where that stream of smoke billowing out, it thickens up for a second, and then there's that gap, as you can kind of see like it's taking a breath or it's doing something, and then the smoke picks back up.
What if we like wrap or push without actually opening on the sarcophagi? Does it seem to react to that?
The demon that you see up in the reflection, it doesn't seem to. It seems more that it's more concerned about getting out than about the sarcophagi.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take out my new unicorn dagger and say, well, I guess it's worth giving it a shot.
Uh,
Like, I mean, if you want to open one of the sarcophagi.
right. I need to check something for Rusty. He wouldn't think about it. Okay. There was a thing I was going to say, but Rusty wouldn't think about it. So,
Oh well, Rusty.
well, Nate's not here, so I've got to leave his choices up to dice.
Yeah.
So, which sarcophagi do you want to open? Which one do you want to try to open first? Hello?
Imelda?
Maybe the one furthest away from the urn?
Okay. That's fine.
We'll try
I
this
got you.
one.
Okay.
Only because there's one facing a different way, and I suspect that means something, or I am suspicious that that means something. Where is the door relative, that sliding door relative to the...
Oh, it's basically like
Okay.
that door that, as you come in, it's kind of like
Uh-huh.
inset. It's a pocket door. It's like a sliding pocket
so
door.
the door that's open is the door we came through.
Uh
Oh.
huh. Now it's very much like a, oh.
Okay, so I would prefer not to drown.
Well, I don't blame you.
Maybe one of us at least wants to stand on the outside? Or in the doorway or something?
You guys have a
All right.
climbing kit. You bought climbing equipment specifically before you left.
You know, what if we took... Would we have like a grappling hook as part of that?
I imagine you'd have harnesses, grappling hook,
'Cause
rope,
what if we
pittons.
stood on the other side of the door
Mhm.
and hooked the grappling hook over the top, like around this side of the thing, and then stood back here and pulled it?
That could work.
Ideally, pulling it to be in the doorway. So it might keep the door propped open if something happened.
Mm.
What do you guys think?
Sounds good.
Like, I don't know, maybe we can wrap a rope around one of the figures, because they seem to be pretty three-dimensional, so...
Let's leave the guardian jars alone as much as we can.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm just talking about,
Oh, around like
figure
this,
that's
the
on
relief carvings on the sarcophagus.
on the sarcophagus, just
Oh,
so
okay.
like, we can have something to pull on, so we can stand back here to pull the lid into the doorway, and hopefully prop the door open.
Oh yeah. Sure. Yeah, that sounds.
That makes
sounds
way
like-
more sense.
Yeah, I thought you were talking like wrap the rope around one of the guardian jars to use as like
Oh, no,
a
no, no.
leverage.
No.
Like,
No, we're not fucking with those. Nope.
So, which sarcophagus are you going after? The first one?
That first one,
Okay.
because I'm hoping we can pull the lid quickly enough to block the doorway.
So you get essentially like a grappling hook, a rope. You get this all kind of hooked up. Everybody give me a might. We'll kind of see how everybody does.
Okay.
And this would be like if you're good at like pulling or something. I don't know.
well, not horrible.
So we got a 6, 3,
One edge.
1, and
Yeah,
a 2.
even applying an effort didn't do me any good.
Oh, that sucks. So you're gonna be able to get this all set, and let's see, 6. Rusty does the best.
Can Vader 2 contribute to this?
Oh yeah.
That's my fucking boy.
That's what you needed. You needed the Vanderclone, the naked Vanderclone. There we go.
Absolutely.
So between all 5 of you, you'd be able, and you'll give this rope this strong tug, and this sarcophagus lid is going to essentially flip up and over, probably land almost back upright as it kind of slides into the door, and it'll be one of those like as the iron door is sliding shut, this sarcophagus lid is going to almost get caught kind of sideways in it. So this iron door is going to slap shut, and there's, I would say, probably a 12-inch gap in this door, so you can see what's going on.
Okay.
And as that kind of slides into place, this door tries to slam shut, hits the sarcophagus lid. The ceiling above, all of that water, it's going to start, it'll start dripping, and then it'll start pouring, and it's going to, it's basically going to do like if somebody had 100 shower heads or hoses mounted in the ceiling. It's going to just gush down onto the floor. And at the rate that it's falling, you think you would have about 10 minutes before it fills that room. If there wasn't a 6-inch to a foot gap. What do you guys want to do? Because even waiting like the 10 minutes, it'll be, okay, well, all the water's flooding out now.
I guess
And it's still falling.
we pulled the lid off the sarcophagus, one of the sarcophagus, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, can I like wade in there and check like how is the water like pouring out to? Oh, it's a 12-inch gap.
Mm-hmm. You can try to force the door back into place.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we try to kind of flatten out the sarcophagus door to to hold it back? Like one of us push the door and the other try to slide so it's there like widthwise at least.
Okay.
Well, why are we
go ahead.
trying to barricade it when we're trying
No,
to
not
see what's in the
barricade it.
sarcophagus?
Like
Keep
prop it open. Barricade
Oh,
it
to prop
open.
the door open. Okay, I see.
Give me some might checks. We're looking for, let's see, with a major effect. We're looking for 2 checks of a difficulty 4. That'll be kind of one person pulling on the door while the other one's also trying to force this stone tab or stone lid down.
Let's see.
Is this 2 successful checks out of the 5 of us, or 2 checks from us?
2 checks from you.
Can I use understanding, where I observe a creature or object and the next interaction gains 1 asset?
What creature are you observing?
Well, it says creature or object.
Oh,
So I'm trying to figure out sort of what's the best way to wedge this thing open.
Sure.
You know. Okay, so that gives me like +3. Is that how that works?
which one is that? Gather intelligence?
Understanding.
Understanding. Sorry.
So it gives me 1 asset.
Yeah, it functions like a +3.
Okay. Because I'm gonna need all that for this. Okay.
And who else?
Oh yeah.
Well, that's the same.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
I think it's either Ian or Rusty, because it's not me. I don't.
Alright, we're doing.
Uh,
We need.
Well, it could be Clone Vander.
Clone
No,
Vander
you're right.
can't add effort. I mean, he can, but he can't add effort.
Oh.
So it's just flat roll.
Yeah. This is what kind of roll?
We're looking for a might. If you're
might.
good at like pushing or pulling kind of thing. Something
Seems
athletic.
a little more speed based, but he could still do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would
it's
say
pretty good
otherwise
night.
Rusty could too. Rusty might be a slightly better than you on this one. I don't know. He didn't have any skills on it.
Yeah, I'm trained into defense, but I don't have any skills now.
Mm-hmm.
I have climbing, jumping, running, sneaking as skills, but not specific. So I guess just flat might with effort.
And you've got 2 edge. Rusty's only
Yeah.
got 1. So in that point, you got him. You got an edge on him.
No, man.
And you know what? I'm gonna apply 2 effort to this.
Okay. So we're looking at
Oh, boy.
5 points minus 2, 3 points.
That should. Yep, that did the 3.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
6.
Yeah.
Nice.
Woo!
You needed at least 1 effort on that. So there'll be Imelda and Ian both just kind of working together, and you'll be able to kind of pull this door, or Ian will be able to kind of pry on this door, getting it pulling further open as Imelda is able to kind of wedge herself, and I don't know if it's like a full body press, and just press this lid down. And as you do, more water is going to, since it kind of rush out and over your feet and legs and everything, it'll take a moment to kind of catch yourself so you don't get washed away with it. But the door is now open at like a 2-3 feet, so you could kind of squeeze in here a little bit. Now you're just waiting against all this water that's flooding out.
Okay.
Yeah, I could walk through with like plenty of room on each side.
Oh yeah.
I have like no shoulder span.
Is there anything in the sarcophagus we opened?
The sarcophagus you opened, you're gonna look inside, and there's essentially like this almost like not a satchel, like a pouch that's kind of weighted down whatever's inside of it's heavy enough that it's in the bottom as the water is kind of rushing into the sarcophagus. You're gonna hear as that sarcophagus lid is going to crack as this door is pressing on it. It's not going to crack all the way through, but you can, based on it, on the sounds of it, you only got a little bit before this door is going to hold it, or that this stone's going to hold that door. So I'd say
So I'm
time
just
is of
gonna
the
grab
essence.
Whatever that bag is.
Okay.
Do we want to try one more?
Screw it. Ian's gonna try to rip off another door or
Okay.
lid.
Which one?
Let me see. I guess just closest one to the first.
So second one. Okay.
Yeah.
Right there. So they'll be very much like, okay, the water's coming down. Screw this. Just shoulder check, shove this thing off.
Yeah.
Vander will direct his duplicate to assist.
Okay. So yeah, and then between the two of you, like we're at the point now, like you guys, I assume automatically you guys are working together, effort, all that, shove. You're gonna find this inside. There's this amber statue of this beautiful looking human woman. The statue's probably 12, 18 inches long.
Anything else?
Nope.
Got a statue.
While that was happening, Vander would focus on the lid of the third sarcophagi and attempt to shatter that.
Ooh. I always forget this. There's like a size limit on your shatter.
Let me see.
Small mundane object. Okay. Small mundane object.
Yeah, I always
Okay.
forget the small restriction on that. I always
Yeah.
remember it's oddness, but
Well, can he shatter just a corner of it, maybe, to be able to just get a hand in to see if the egg's in there?
If Vander puts in some effort into it.
wait, hold. How hard is this water coming down right now?
It's torrents. It's essentially if you've ever seen like a fire suppression system and the sprayer gets knocked off, it's one step away from just fire hoses coming down.
So there is definitely pressure coming down on everybody inside. Like,
Oh
there-
yeah,
it's
it's difficult to even like walk. Like you're pushing through waist deep water. The water's it's almost reached like an equilibrium between what's coming down and what's going out.
we might have fucked up
Yeah, I think so, but
because if we get the lid open and we do get the egg, the pressure might destroy it.
It's not like I will say it's not coming down like all in one block. There is like you can kind of weave your way through it.
Right.
But like if anytime like you reach out and like try to put your hand into it or try to walk through it, it takes every bit of strength not to just get pushed to the ground. If you've ever stuck your hand out the window going down the highway, it tries to like pull your arm back. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, eggs are pretty
kinda like that.
strong.
Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
I mean, I
If
think
Ian
it's
gets his
worth at
hands
least
on it.
trying.
if Ian gets his hands on it, he's just gonna like basically tuck over it, gonna hold it like a football, except leaning a little further forward, just to basically take the brunt of the water and be an umbrella.
Okay. Vander is going to activate his intellect booster
Okay.
to get that extra point of edge,
Okay.
and then he is going to shatter part of that sarcophagus lid.
Sure.
Let's see.
Bump you up to a 3 edge. Temporary.
Yeah, we'll put some.
Wait, just no wait. I guess.
We'll put 1 point of effort into the shatter.
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll be able to like Vander's going to kind of reach out and try to shatter this thing, and it's going to. It won't detonate or anything like that because of the size of it and the water force and everything like that. But it is going to cause this spider crack kind of down the middle of it, and you'll be able to. Anybody that walks over to it will be able to kind of like pull a chunk away relatively easily.
All right. Yeah. Ian is darting straight for anything he can after, like, he pocketed the amber statue, but he's still going like full speed now.
Yeah.
Now, I have a mental count on my side of how many rounds you have until this door
Yeah,
cracks.
I feel like this is it. Like,
And this is one of those, like, as you're getting, like, you get over, because there's two of you, you're able to shove the sarcophagus open. Okay, so that's a round. Vander blows this other one open. Ian runs over. That's a round, kind of thing.
yeah, I sort of feel like we're not going to be able to get to that last one, which bums
So-
me out. But
Which, on that note,
Mhm.
as Ian is running to the third sarcophagus, the duplicate is running over to the last one.
Okay, perfect.
And while Ian is focused on opening up or like getting into that third sarcophagus, Vander is going to shatter the lid of the last one, and then the duplicate is going to plunder it.
Okay. So it'll be the same thing though. But Ian, you're going to pull this stone, the stone back, and you're going to find again this kind of leather pouch. It feels like it's kind of lumpy. I would say it's about the size of like a messenger bag. And you'll kind of grab that. No sign of an egg.
Just a lumpy messenger bag.
Yeah, without like looking to see what's in there or anything like that, because you guys are gonna.
Oh yeah, I was thinking. Is it possible? Like, if it's possible, but there's an egg in there, then he's just gonna like, because he didn't know how big these things may be.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just gonna kind of like see, shit's cracking, the clone's running to the other one,
Mm-hmm.
and it's gonna shout to Mel, "Let's get the hell out of here!" And he's gonna just run for the exit.
yeah,
Okay. So, Superior Duplicate, Superior Vander is gonna run over.
I beg your pardon.
And pull one of these stones back, or pull this part of this lid back, and kind of look back over to the gate. I got it, and he's gonna reach down and bring up this large sack. You can kind of see like poking up out of the top of it. There's a little bit of like a fur lining on this sack, and it looks like it's about roughly 2 feet in height, whatever is inside of this thing. And inside a sack, vaguely egg shaped, so probably it. Now, he's gonna try to kind of like Ian had mentioned, is kind of try to cradle and kind of cover this thing as he's coming back out. Unfortunately, he's all the way back in this room.
oh god, is
He's
this?
got to make it
so the lid's
60,
cracked?
almost 60. Yeah, the lid. He was able to get the egg out, and everybody's trying to make it out.
Can I cast accelerate on him
Let me see.
to give him speed?
Well, it's going to be a might check more than anything, because he's got to kind of like he is trying to go fast through here, but he's also trying to essentially kind of
Okay.
muscle his way through this water.
I have a question about the nature of this downpour.
Mhm.
Specifically within the restrictions of countermeasures.
Mhm.
Is that an ongoing effect that I can end?
Oh, within your ability countermeasures.
Yes. I imagine, because it is within immediate range, so I imagine Vander would have to get inside the room. But would he be able to, if not dispel this field of water, then at least end the downpour?
If you're heading into the room, I'd let you try to activate it. Yeah, we'll give it. It'd be a difficulty 5 to try to countermeasure this.
Can I help by using persuasion?
You're gonna try to persuade the water?
No, I'm going to like, I don't know. I don't know if there is a way to help Vander.
Yeah, because this is more he's activating an ability kind of thing.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Now that doesn't do anything about the door, but it could stop you guys from drowning in case the door fails. So Vander's going to see this, and I imagine you're going to kind of run in and go, okay, and try to do magic-y stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'll stand in the doorway for whatever that's worth. To try to take some of the stress off the sarcophagus lid that's in there.
Okay. Imelda and Rusty give might checks. See if you can kind of try to hold this door back a little bit. Maybe give you an extra couple of rounds. I imagine Rusty would think about that for sure. Okay. That's good. Hey,
Okay,
there we
well,
go.
that's
Okay.
something.
Yeah. So
My
there's a little
light's
bit of-
almost tapped, but you know.
So that'll buy you at least a couple extra rounds. That'll be good. So Vander, you're gonna step in and try to stop the water, or at least tamp it down, right?
Yes.
Okay. Give me a counter check.
All right, here we go.
5. Okay. So Vander's gonna step in, and you're gonna see it as that water starts to.
Good
It's
use
not
of
gonna.
effort, my dude.
It's not gonna completely stop, but it is going to slow down to almost like if somebody just turned the faucet on. And the superior duplicate, it's gonna take him 2 full rounds to make it out of here, just because of the depth and trying to keep this egg well protected. But the water stopped, so you don't have to worry about that. You guys will be able to make it out. I imagine Vander's kind of almost like that dramatic movie scene, just like psychic
Yeah,
power
this is
trying to
some,
hold
like,
this water
Indiana
up.
Jones ass shit right here.
Yeah, okay. And then as soon as everybody's out, it's going to be one of those, like, you're going to feel as this sarcophagus lid is cracking, and like that the crack is almost completely through this thing. As Imelda and Rusty kind of step out of the way, and it's going to basically barrel through this lid and slam shut.
Shit. Oh man.
I wasn't kidding when I said this place is designed to keep you out. It is a Swiss bank with magic. This is Green Gods. That's what it is. It's Green Gods.
Yeah, and we've got 4 more rooms to go through
Uh-huh.
and not enough time to rest. But
Well, looking through that first bag, you're going to find a few more ciphers. There's an effort
Cool.
enhancer, level 4. It is a so the user can apply 1 level of effort to a non-combat task without spending any points whatsoever. And it does not count towards your maximum amount of effort you can normally apply. So you could theoretically apply 1 level above your max effort for a non-combat task.
Okay.
Condition remover. It looks like this little, like a little yellow vial of something. It cures 1 occurrence of the following health conditions per cipher level. So this is a level 6. So it's kind of like a cure-all. It doesn't prevent the future occurrences, but it'll be like poisons, diseases, cancer, heartburn, blisters,
Yeah,
muscle
indigestion.
cramps,
yeah.
hangover.
Level 6 blisters, man. Those are a bitch.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll cure. It's a D20. It cures 6 of them.
Wow.
Yeah, it's weird, but okay. And an analeptic. It restores points to the user's speed pool. This is level 5 analeptic, so it's going to restore 5 points to speed. And those are on the character sheet. The amber statuette. It's finely carved statue. It's worth about 300 crowns.
Okay. And so, how big is the egg? Like, now that we finally have one.
The egg. The egg's about 2 feet tall.
Okay.
So fairly large. And it'd be one of those, like, you kind of pull the sack down a little bit, and it looks. I had to look this up. It's this. This egg is roughly 2 feet in height, and it's got this kind of almost gray green modeling, with like an eggshell white base. It looks very much like a crow's egg. I had to look up what a crow's egg looked like.
Okay.
Looks like that,
Well, I'm-
but 2 feet tall.
Nice.
Yeah, you've got an egg.
Okay, and I'm going to do another recovery roll
Okay.
because my might is at 2.
Ooh boy.
Oh, yay! Okay.
Does anybody need speed? You've got a speed analeptic.
I mean,
I don't
I
think you guys
would
really
take
need
it,
speed just
but
yet.
I suspect.
Yeah. Wait, analeptic. I can't remember that. Is that like the mental
like a
thing?
healing
in there?
person.
No, analeptic is speed points. It gives you
Yeah, but
bonus,
it
or it
just
gives
adds
you.
back speed points. It gives you
yeah.
5 speed.
It's speed heal.
Yeah, I could use that though. I'm about to use that would let me use 2 effort on everything. But
Yeah, or it
mean,
would
if you need
let
it.
you apply your recovery to other things then.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you guys haven't used a lot of speed yet, so that's not a huge problem.
there we go.
Nice.
Okay, I'm maxed out.
Hey, that's a good roll. I don't know who would want the condition remover, but the effort enhancer. Huh. Any
No.
one of you could use the effort enhancer.
Yeah. I mean,
I have edge in about everything, so other people could use that. A little more.
Yeah.
I could spend more.
yeah, I would take it because I could definitely use it for if we have more might
Mhm.
stuff.
Okay. And I guess Rusty will get the condition enhancer? Or the condition remover? Condition enhancer. It makes you more hungover.
Yeah. Does anyone need more healing? Like to go into the 1 hour long one? Because then I can use the half time, the speedy recovery thing.
I mean, I'm maxed out, so I'm fine for now.
Okay. So I'll hold on to
Yeah, go ahead and hold on to that.
Okay.
Are we taking 10?
Yeah, we're gonna take 10.
Okay, yeah, I'll roll that second one then.
I just feel like if we get into the hours, then I'm a little yeah. Our
Hey!
recovery rolls have been awesome. I just feel like if we start getting into the hour plus,
Mhm.
then we're bumping up against the
Yeah, against his coming
the
back.
lich thing.
Exactly.
I'd say it is currently like 5 p.m. in game.
Okay. And
You sure
what
you don't
time
wanna-
was it when we started?
Sorry, I'd say you guys started about 5 p.m. So
Okay.
you're looking probably about 6. Call it like an
Okay.
hour that you guys kind of got started and figured everything out. And
So something like maybe 5 hours left for the Lich.
Yeah, at minimum.
sounds reasonable.
Okay, well, 1 egg down. And hopefully we'll find I keep wanting to say reliquary.
Phylactery.
Phylactery, yeah. In one of the other rooms so we can stop worrying about the Lich.
All right. Yeah. So you guys will get all the way back out to the lobby. You sure you don't want to check any of the Guardian bowls?
There's probably something interesting there, but no.
We're good.
Nope.
Nope.
All right. So we'll get back out to the main lobby. What door's next? We'll check the next door and probably call it for the session shortly after that.
Okay.
Or at least get a
So the next
direction.
one was B, right? Because B was desire.
Yes.
So Vander will go over and kind of turn that ring a little bit on his finger again, and A will close, and you'll hear that stone slide back into place as the fire moves away from it. And B will open. I guess I could do this, huh? Let me see.
Yeah. Oh, another shut door? Yeah, I want to go through.
So you get in, open the next door, and as you enter, there's these blue tiles on the floor that kind of spiral out from this fixed statue of a female Kephalem in the center. The sculpture has like this kind of almost grace and beauty, this artistry that kind of captures the eye and the heart. There's a few figures kind of sitting along the wall, but their presence is incidental to the lines and the smooth lines and motion of this statue. And I think that's a good spot to stop at.
Okay.
Okay.
So you got a beautiful statue. You have 1 egg. Bonus.
True.
And we haven't died yet.
This is true. Not for lack of trying, but you haven't.
For the record,
Uh-huh.
the duplicate is going to set the sack with the egg in it in this little antechamber here,
Okay.
just in case combat breaks out.
Right.
Do not
Set
want to
the egg
damage
down
the
there.
merchandise.
Okay. Let me see if I have a. I don't have an egg token, but. No, not that one. Data, host. Leah. We'll use that one. That's an egg. Sure. I got to check and see how long. Does your superior duplicate doesn't have a time limit on it, does it? It's just until it's basically destroyed, or you
I
reabsorb it.
think so.
It lasts until you dismiss it using an action or it is killed. Okay. If the
Cool.
duplicate disappears because it was killed, you take full points of damage that ignore armor.
Yeah, that would suck.
Mm-hmm. Did it say what type of damage? Nope. Okay. But yeah, that's. You guys have no idea how long I've been wanting to run this place in the atmosphere it deserves.